Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas, and if you need to find us after hours, well, please go online and out the front door. It is tarpleymusic.com. No one will be there. So this is a really cool new guitar we got here. So Taylor 414 CE Studio. Studio. Yeah, so it is different, and I wasn't really when I first started looking at the specs and stuff, I was like, okay, there's no difference here. Why are they calling it Studio? I was wrong. There is, and just basically some basic cuts to keep the price down, even though I kind of like the cuts. I'll go over that. So let's just go over the body here. First of all, Indian Rosewood, right? 400 Series 14, so it's a Grand Auditorium. And then this is the natural Sitka spruce top. It also does come in a edge burst that they call is kind of a cool burst, natural kind of a burst they got going there. And of course, mahogany neck with satin finish and their standard carved profile, which is what most of the guitars have. And the ebony fretboard with ebony bridge, white new bone nut, white micarta saddle. So all the great 400 parts that you've come to grow and love. So what are the differences, James, from a 414 CE and the Studio? Well, first of all, this neck is actually made in Tecate, Mexico at a 1 11/16 nut width, okay? That's one difference there. The other one is there's no binding. Now, unpopular the choice maybe for me, but I actually really like no binding. I just think it looks so cool the way this rounds out and just looks like one part. So, and I like binding too, but, and it's cutting parts and some labor or whatever, which keeps the price down, but I don't think you're missing out per se unless it's just a cosmetic thing you really, really like. And then the other thing is this will come with their tan, like their good Pro gig bag instead of the hard case. So those three basic differences are going to get you quite a bit off from the normal 414 CE price. And so it's kind of up to you if that other stuff is worth several $100 difference. For me, not really. This thing plays so good. And I think, okay, let's call it a Studio because it's not as pretty to be out and live, whatever, which makes sense to me. But, I mean, who's going to say anything if you're playing this live, right? This is awesome. It's gorgeous rosewood. And so this thing is really easy to play. I really loved working with this guitar today. So we're going to just kind of give you an idea, best we can, of what this thing sounds like. And, of course, it also has the Expression 2 system in it there. So we will do direct into the interface as well as miking it up. And then we'll give you kind of a combination of what all that sounds like. And I'll do some finger style so you can hear kind of a mellow tone of it. And then we're going to strum the snot out of it so you can also hear how big and huge this thing can sound. All right, so we've heard this guitar on its own, but I want to know what it'd sound like if I play along with a song I recorded before. Let's find out. Hit it, boys! So Taylor 414 CE Studio, right? Now, for me, I played a lot of 414s and 410s just throughout the years because it's a very, very popular model there. And I probably like this one the best. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, we all know that if you get 30 414 CEs, they're all going to play great, but they're all going to play a little different and blah, 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 blah. So it could be just something like that with that. But I don't know. There's just something about just looking down in this binding. It just looks so... pretty, and honestly, it's like I don't know if anyone's going to say anything with with where the neck is made, but I don't care. It feels fantastic. So if it's keeping it several $100s down in a really great feeling guitar, I'm all about it. So, and of course, it's a 111/16 nut width on that, and it's just gorgeous. I have seen a picture of the edge burst. It looks really, really classy. I have not seen one in front of me yet, but their bursts are normally gorgeous, so I wouldn't really worry about that. If you want something that's not natural, then it does have that option there. But it just sounds like a Sitka spruce rosewood guitar. It's very easy to play and sounds huge. So, I think it's awesome that they did this to give you an option where you can save some money and not really lose much guitar at all. In fact, you're really not. I mean, a lot of it is cosmetic. Because to me, I don't really know. I mean, people will say it all day long, but you put these two next to, I don't know if I would tell a neck difference. It feels just like all the other 400 next to me. So, whatever. What do I know? But anyway, and of course, it stays in tune. It's easy to play. It's exactly what it should be. It's a studio quality guitar that you're not worried about cosmetics, but it's all the sound and all the playability you need. So I don't know if you're looking at, man, I really want a nice high-end guitar like this, but that's just a little out of the price range. I mean, you're talking several $100 difference just to look at this, and I would, of course, and it's B-class bracing. It's got everything that you would expect from a Taylor 400 series, just a few less things. Especially a lot of people talking about, well, why a gig bag instead of a hard case? Well, if it's really meant to be a studio guitar, it's probably not traveling much. Therefore, they're giving you a really nice gig bag for storage as opposed to going out on the road hard case. That I would assume that's what I read into that when I saw that. But that's just my opinion. So hopefully you enjoyed listening to this guitar as much as I enjoyed playing it, of course. And it's just fabulous. It's just exactly what you need. So I can talk all day and I can play all day, but it really doesn't matter until you play it to get an idea of whatever. So if you're looking for a high-end guitar, please do that. Come look at this. And hey, like the video if you liked all this psychotic rambling and all the great playing that's going on and the beauty of the sound of this guitar. And of course, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you really should. We're just dropping videos all the time. We got a line of guitars we're waiting to do, so we'll be dropping a lot of videos. And if you'd like to know as those videos drop, then just turn on notifications. Hopefully, we'll see you on the next one.